Okay, class, shall we continue now? Let's take a look, see where are we? Okay, class, can you check for me? I think we are in the last part, rootless consciousness, so we can finish the whole chapter 2. Am I right? Elena, is the bookmark correct? Rootless consciousness.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Okay. Oh. So I think I don't need to do any repeat lah, because if you don't repeat, whatever I repeat just make myself even more expertise only. I notice lah, so you have to pay your own effort. So let's just continue the last part lah. Okay. So Elena, can you please read the last part, rootless consciousness, please. In the rootless type of a consciousness, please.
In the rootless types of consciousness, first in the smile producing consciousness, 12 ethically variable states, excluding desire, enter into combination. 7 plus 5 equals to 12. Likewise, they occur in the determining consciousness, excluding desire and zest. 7 plus 4 equals 11. In the investigating consciousness accompanied by joy, all those except desire and energy occur. 7 plus 4 equals 11. In the triple mind element and in the pair of ruthless rebirth linking types of consciousness, all those except desire, zest, and energy occur. 7 plus 3 equals 10. In these two types of fivefold sense consciousness, all those enter into combination except the occasionals. 7. Thus, altogether for 18 types of ruthless consciousness, the combinations numerically considered constitute 4 groups. The determining consciousness, Votapana. This consciousness is the same as the mind door everything consciousness, which in the 5 sense doors perform the function of determining the object. The investigating consciousness accompanied by joy. This chitta, a wholesome karma resultant arisen in regard to an exceptionally desirable object, includes zest because the associated feeling is joy. In this chitta and those to follow, energy is excluded because this ruthless type of consciousness are weak and passive. The triple mind element, Manodhatutika. This is a collective term for the 5-door everything consciousness. And the 2 types of receiving consciousness, pair of ruthless rebirth linking types of consciousness. These are the 2 kinds of investigating consciousness accompanied by equanimity. Their role in rebirth linking is explained at 3 S9.
Okay. Okay, no need the summary. Okay, so thank you so much. Class, remember, if let's say this part combination and association, you still you wish to make it better, usually use starting with the guide in the first place, because the guide provide you the theory behind why plus and minus. Okay, so you should go through the guide and know the guide, the rules behind first, and understand it. Then once you, from the guide, you get all the theory, then you go back to see the calculation. Usually you wouldn't get wrong in calculation because just plus and minus only. Am I right? I think for standard 6 student can do all the calculation. The tough part is still why you add, why you minus, and the numbering is too big. I mean, the too many 89, 52, there's too many combinations. Okay, so let's try to highlight the guide in the first place. Highlight place once you finish. Okay.
Sifu, this is page 1.
What page? Let me show you. Is 109 in my PDF file. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Sifu.
Elena, is the same with you? Same, PDF file is same with the book.
109.
Yeah, 109 is correct. Okay. Raise hand, please, once you finish. Okay. We got another audience. CJ, he is listening to the he is 旁听. Okay, 2 people finish. Okay, actually, what does it mean 旁听? Usually, the people attend the class, they say, I won't open the camera, so maybe just I mean, just participating, I don't know, semi-participating, any formal English words, Elena, for this? So they are not the former student, they won't like you, or they just maybe partially participating. Any specific word for this? 国风我们通常用旁听嘛，对不对？So English we call what? Elena, Mr. Leong, or Kok Hong, usually we call it what?
Can I suggest observer?
Observer. Is this
I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm proposing observer.
Is observer not the full participation?
Yeah.
Elena, is this correct? Just observe only. Is this correct?
I'm not too sure. Maybe I don't know. For me, I will just put them as a listener.
Oh, listener lah,
Because an observer is somebody I don't know, because normal is I correct me if I'm wrong, it's somebody who is on a much higher level, being an observer to make sure that everything is in proper order, right?
Oh, observer sounds like monitoring lah, monitoring, observer like a monitoring for you. Maybe the proper work is like what lah? Just now you suggest what lah? Listener lah, listener. Mr. Leong is Mr. Leong is listener, correct? Without full participation, maybe just semi-participating.
Yeah, okay. At least it's understandable lah.
Understandable lah, okay, it's okay, so Zhongji is using the right word lah, listening, listener, okay, okay, let's continue the class. Actually, I don't have a listening system, all the system is created by the student themselves, then they implement it actually. Yeah, I don't have the system one. So because not everybody can open the camera, so they label themselves as a listener. Then it become a system already. Actually, I never create the system. Okay, class, let's continue. Okay, don't mind, CJ. Okay, let's take a look. Now we go through the last part. We call it as a rootless consciousness. But before we go through, you have to go through the diagram in the first place for the rootless, so you understand what am I mentioning. So let's take a look. Actually now we should go through is the chapter 1. The diagram is the 18. Let's see, it's a rootless, page 43. Okay, page 43. Okay, Okay, yes, this is a diagram. Okay, please go through this diagram, read by yourself. I mean, just see, Kok Hong, okay, you have to read in this way. You see, for example, this is the kind of unwholesome resultant. The feeling is equanimity, is the I consciousness. Okay, so just go through one by one until at least go through about two times. Once you finish, please raise hand by Zoom. Then you have the basic to understand what are we explaining later. Please, okay, this diagram. So page 43, table 1.3, please. Okay. If you want to watch the screen, I already adjust for you already.
Okay, see what I read out, is it?
No. Everybody just
okay.
read quietly by yourself will be fine. Okay. Mr. Leong finish. Okay. Yeah, Elena finished. Okay. Okay, all finished already. Okay, okay, class. Maybe I need to create an example for you before explaining. Okay, for example, in the movie, so usually we know there will be a main character, right? So in the Academy Award nomination, there will be Best Actress or Best Actor. Okay, so they're the major, right? Then second, we will nominate also for the supporting actor or actress, the best supporting. How about the last group? In Cantonese, we call it as a Kelefe, so meaning they just appear, they just walk through here and there. Elena, how do we call them in English? This type of people, we call them as what? 國鋒明白嘛？我哋講 caliphate in English we call them as what? They're even worse than, I mean, the chances to appear even less than the supporting actor. So who are they actually, Elena? How do we call them? Or Mr. Leong, how do we call them in a movie?
Background crew.
Or background crew, but are you sure they are really acting, but they are not doing the background job, they are really acting, but very minor only. They just walk here and there only. Mr.
They are giving the support.
Even worse than the supporting actor, right? Something like that. Background crew, correct? Okay, okay, so. It's correct. So class, basically, now we talk about the rootless consciousness. They are the background crew at Mr. Leong mentioned. This is why once we start learning the Buddhism, the first word usually you learn is the karma. Oh, you're creating the karma. Oh, I create the karma. Oh, the karma from the mouth, from the speech, from the thought, from the action. Basically, this karma, they are the main character in the connective process. And then now we talk about the rootless. They are all categorized as a background crew. So we never mention them except in this professional level. you can say we are doing professional course already, then we will mention them and we'll highlight them. So let's take a look. How do we recognize them? Okay. For example, class, now you listen to the sound, right? Okay, I hear the sound. So the sound, we found that, oh, it's quite noisy. Okay, can you please don't do it again? So maybe we feel angry. So we call, you are doing the karma already. You angry, you try to stop the sound anymore. But actually, before the sound appeared, there will be some background crew appeared first before the whole process appeared, before the karma appeared. So let me show you. We have to refer back a diagram here. So class, let's take a look at list of the table. See? Okay, we have to go to the chapter number 4. Okay, we call it as the absorption. The limit jhana process. Go to the page 166. Or maybe you just take a look to the screen, will be fine. Just for you, visible for you. Let's take a look. This is the diagram. Okay, this is the diagram. Okay. So class, you see, once you see the J, meaning to say that they are creating the karma in the J. We call it as the jhana. So these terms will be introduced in the next chapter. But in order to explain clearly, I have to go to the chapter 3 first. Chapter 3 first, even though you're in the chapter 2. But before you go through all this, once the sound class go to your ear, and there will be impact to your ear nerve system, then they start having, we call it as an electrical impulse. We start, we start flowing already. Let's take a look. So this is the diagram, clearer for you. Let's take a look. Okay, see. Okay. Okay, now class, take a look. So this is a diagram here. Okay. Yeah, for example, just now we are using the example, is the hearing. Let's see. Okay. So once the sound come into the ear, we got our ear, the nerve system here. You see there will be the cochlea here. So somewhere is the nearest the sound system here. In order the sounds appear, once the sounds appeared here, we call it as the ear consciousness. In terminology, it's the ear consciousness. But we haven't recognized what's the significance behind the ear consciousness. We don't know yet until the ear consciousness through the electrical impulses and transmit to the auditory cortex, the temporal lobe here. Okay, then it start to interpret it. Okay, and then usually where do we create the karma? Class, it is not in the, it doesn't happen in the ear nerve system, but it's in the temporal lobe. Okay, so may you understand better? Can you touch on this part? This is the temporal lobe class. Okay, so actually the karma creator is inside this part of the brain. But once it's go through the process, there will be some background crew involved. Let's take a look. Class, this is where is the background crew? Let me show you. Now you see here, okay, you see M, A, this one's the M, all this is the background crew happening here. Then let me show you some more. Besides this, okay, then we need the ear consciousness. Okay, let's see. Attaining the jhana, not the jhana. Okay, so let me show you. Mind dog process. Okay, so this diagram will be better. Let's take a look. Okay, okay. When the sounds come to the ear, it happens in this way. Class, you see, from here beginning, PC, V, SPS, T, VO, they are in the Pali term. They are all, we call it as the background crew. Okay, so we need the background crew to transmit the object of the sound in order to reach the J. The J actually is creating the karma. Okay, in order to come to the jet. So they are the background crew, PCV, SPS, TVO. So now we try to understand who are there. Actually, now we try to do, okay, so now we go back to our syllabus. So you see, so this is the rootless consciousness number 4. Okay, in the theory, class, you see they say this consciousness is the same. Number 1, the name we call it as the determining consciousness. Okay, usually in Abhidhamma, the function means its name. So the consciousness mean determining consciousness, meaning to share the function is to determine. Okay, so they will try, once they receive the object as a sound, they will try to determine it in the first place. So class, take a look. Here is what happening here. Okay, this is a determine. SP is no, VO is the determine. Okay, determine. Okay, then we know that before creating the karma, it will determine in the first place. So he say, same as the mind though everything consciousness, meaning to say the determining consciousness and the mind though everything consciousness both are same. Why do we call it as the mind though everything? You see, class, once a sound come to the ear nerve, and from the ear nerve, it have to transfer to the brain nerve. So we need a transfer. This transfer, we call it as the mind door consciousness. Okay, so we understand in this way, as a mind door consciousness. Then besides, let's take a look. And he say, which in the 5 sense door perform the function of determining the object. Yes, 5 sense door. Basically, class, let's take a look to this diagram. Once you hear the sound, once you see the object, usually it begins with the 5 consciousness in the first place. And the 5 consciousness appear, then later on, you will start try to determining it. Okay, it happened in this way. So meaning to say that when you hear the sound as an object, then this is one of the consciousness appeared in the first place. This is we call it as a 5 door consciousness. Why? Because you are converting from the bhavanga to the consciousness. Okay, how to understand from the bhavanga to consciousness? We can only understand when you awaken from a good sleep. Basically, if you sleep without any dream, Abhidhamma say you are in the bhavanga. Have you ever sleep without dream? Yes. Okay, good. I thought you say you don't know. You don't realize that, I don't know whether I got dream or not. Actually, if you really sleep without dream, Abhidhamma say you are in the bhavanga. What does it mean, bhavanga? Bhavanga actually is a life continuum which is underlying and quite hard to observe. It is appeared as a bhavanga, it appears as a vipaka, and it will sustain your life. For those without this, we call it as a bhavanga, it's the dead people only. There must be a bhavanga. So in science, maybe we so call it, it support the function like a brainstem. We need a brainstem to show that we have got a life symptom. Okay, but when you just wake up, you start to using your five door already. So once you're using the 5 door, meaning to say that your mind will be from the bhavanga appear to the active way. In the bhavanga, we call it as a passive way. It comes to the active way. So once, usually you wake up, right? The bell ring, then you hear, you just open your eye. Then next, what are you going to do? Go home. Once you have been awakened by the bell, the ring, by the bell ring, what will you do next?
Open my eye.
No, you should use a hammer to destroy the bell because it's very noisy. Okay, what does that mean? Actually, it's true. You open your eye, meaning to say that your connective process is start functioning. Am I right? You open your eye, okay, and then you start to sit down. You start to wake. You see or not? Class, once you start open your eye and you awaken, you are no more in the bhavanga already. Then you don't feel it because your 5 door is continuing without stop. Am I right? You go to brush your teeth, and maybe at the same time you on the radio, or and then you brush your teeth, or and then you're very rushed, so you take the breakfast, you go to the car, you on the radio, and at the same time you are driving, then maybe you're eating your breakfast. All this stuff we all do together, right? And then the GPS, all this, then maybe for Elena, I don't know if it happened to you or not. Traffic, once the traffic light there, you start to make up, maybe you put the lipstick. Am I right? And then second, you continue drive again. The green light, you drive again. Then another light, you start to make up maybe your eyelids. Am I right? Once you reach the office, then whole thing done already. So meaning to say, at the same time, actually, you keep on listening to the radio. Meaning to say, from the moment we wake up, we never stop our 5 faculty. Keep on using it. Of course, each one will be involved the brain. So meaning to say that from the moment we wake up, we never realize that the bawanga. So that's why this bawanga, it appeared in what words? This one is the B, BC, BU. This are B bawanga, we never realize their existence. Okay, we explain in this way. Class, this is the B, bawanga. Can you please highlight a little bit? The B, we call it as bawanga. Next chapter we'll study about it. So you just recognize it, bawanga, is something exists, but we never realize their existence. Okay, so bawanga. Okay, and then now we keep on continue for that. If you need the spelling, here's the spelling. Class here, bawanga. Bawanga. Okay, bawanga. Okay, let's continue. From the bawanga, now we come back to here. Then they say 5 sense to perform function of determining the object. So that's why we call it as the determining consciousness. Class, do you see? VOTTHPNA, right? Okay, so the short form is here. VOTT. Then you see here is it? VO. It's the determining VO here. So that's why you see VO here, because in the Pali term, it's labeled as VO here. See or not? Vata bana. Okay, Vata bana. So okay, this is the, you can say that this is the important amongst the background crew. The important. Now we go to the second important background crew. We call it as the investigating consciousness. And where is it? Actually, it just in front of it only. Let's take a look. You see, this is ST. This is the investigating, just in front of the Vatapana only. Before the Vatapana, okay, here J is creating the karma. Okay, here they are the main character. So before the main character, this is the major background crew. Now we go to the second background crew. For the second background crew, we label them as what? Investigations, investigating, investigating consciousness. They say this is a wholesome karma resulted arising. Exception to an exceptional desirable object, meaning to say it could be the wholesome karma resultant, include the zest, because they got the joy. Okay, so meaning to say in investigating, they will be with the joy or without the joy. They could be have joy and without the joy. As just how you remember just now the diagram. You try to repeat, right? Sometimes you appear got joy, sometimes no joy one. And the investigating involved. Remember, just now you just go through the diagram for triple times. Okay, then let's take a look. You see, energy is excluded. Why do we say so? Okay, class, we have to go back to this diagram. Let's see. This is the Chitta and Cettasika. See, Chitta and Cettasika. So now we try to go is the investigation. We try to find out what are the Cettasika. What is the combination of the Cettasika? We're trying to find it out. Let's see. Slow a little bit. Not responding here. Okay. Chitta and Cettasika. Okay, class, take a look. Here is this. We call it as this rootless Cetasika. Okay, see or not? Now we are going to the investigation. Class, take a look. Do you see investigating is number 26 here? Okay, or number 18 here. Do you see, class? Investigating. Okay, unwholesome resultant is labeled as number 19 here. Then the rootless here and here, wholesome resultant investigating is labeled as number 27 here. Here, 27 here, investigating. Okay, are you able to get it? Get this? Do you print out this sheet of paper? You don't, right? Okay, Elena, yes, you have to print it out. I always have to go back this, then you know where to find it out. So according to here, he said, this investigating, we don't see any energy inside. Let's see. This is a chitta. Let's see. Okay, this is a chitta. Okay, so it doesn't come together with the Cetasika. Now you see, here is the energy, class number 11. He said according here, investigating, they don't have this Cetasika. They don't have energy. So you have to know this. They don't have the energy. Then if you ask, what is the energy definition? So you have to go back to the chapter 2 again. There will be the definition for energy, meaning to say sustainable. You are very hardworking. That we call it as energy. You understand? Because this type of consciousness, they don't have the energy, so they are very weak. You see or not? Here, you see. They say, energy is excluded. Why? Because the rootless type of the consciousness, they are weak and passive. See or not? This is the reason they all become the background crew. They are weak, they are passive, and they are rootless. And then that's why we will ignore them until you study Abhidhamma. We introduce them to you. For you, usually the Buddhists, many people that don't know them. Okay, then now we go to the triple mind element. Okay, triple mind element actually we call it as the Mano Tatu Tika. Number one is a 5-door everything consciousness. What does it mean 5-door everything? Class is come to here. Let's see. PC. Now this is the mind door everything. Just before the Bhavanga. Okay, mind door everything. So class, let's take a look. This is the mind door everything. Pancha Vara Vajana. Pancha Vara Vajana. So that's why here the short form we write is this PC. Pancha Vara Varama. Then next, continue is what they got two types of receiving consciousness, meaning to say it played roles as receiving. So this is the receiving. Plus see SP receiving here. So meaning to say that once we hear the sound, the mind from the B Bhavanga come out and it go through the pancha. This one we call it as a 5-door everything process first. Then you hear the sound already. Ear consciousness. We hear the sound. And from here the sound is still in the ear door, is still in the ear in the ear of the nerve. You will try to receiving it, investigating it, and determining it, and then start to create the karma. Then they will pass this process to the mind, to the brain again, to let this process continue again, and really will create the karma is in the brain. We call it as the mind door consciousness process. Okay, let me finish the last sentence first. Okay, so we finish already. See or not? Total receiving, sampatichana. Receiving is this sampatichana. See. Receiving, then SP, Sampatichana. Okay, we get it. Okay. Yeah, go home. Any question, please? Okay.
Sifu.
Yes.
How in 2000 years ago they can be so detailed on all this explanation?
Okay.
As if like they run some, as if like they have some science running some analysis and then very details to tell you that the moment that the sound is appear, da 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 da. How could it be possible?
Through the samatha vipassana. Because once they attain to the fourth jhana, they are able to freeze everything. Remember, during we study physics, we call something as a stroboscope. Stroboscope, we use it to frozen the light. Okay, meaning to say that, let's say you see the fan is doing this way. If let's say you are able to see the fan, the speed is as if let's say you rotate your eye as fast as the fan, then the fan will be freeze. Okay, it will be freeze up. Same only. Once you're in the jhana, you are able to freeze all your mind. They will be just stopped there, because once you reach to the jhana, there is a somewhere without time and space. When there is a somewhere without time and the space, meaning to say that they all will be frozen, and then you check one by one. So this is how they produce the Abhidhamma partially. Another partially, in order to make the theory complete, they must get the info, must be from the Nikaya, and some maybe from the commentator himself, to make the process more complete. And then because since it's so complete, it is more convincible, especially for those science stream students like you and I. Okay, Koh Hong, can you get it? So if you don't do the jhana, you can't possible to understand the way the commentator understand it. Get it? So meditation is essential for you and I. Okay, get it lah? So this is how we do all the thing lah. So if you don't aim become a speaker, no need to speak as good as me, not necessary. You roughly know the idea. One day you go to the meditation, you know, you will go through. If you learn from the Visuddhimagga system, it will happen in this way lah. That will be fine already. Okay, so let's continue. This is how we finish already. Now we go to the pair of the rootless rebirth linking type. Here we call it as a patisanti, is the rebirth linking. Rootless rebirth linking, it means what? It means this rebirth linking. Let me see. Okay 这个是看一下先rebirth linking okay, I find it later. I'll show you this one rebirth linking is a is still in the next chapter So now we go back to the calculation class here the rootless of the consciousness. First, the smile producing. Determining. Investigating. Five sense consciousness. Okay. So now we go to the calculation. Okay. Okay, class, let's take a look. Yeah, finished. Please raise hand by Zoom, please. Mr. Leong. Mr. Leong off the camera. I don't know what happened to Mr. Leong. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. Class. Okay, yeah. Yes, Mr. Leong, we are missing your handsome face. Please upgrade your Unify so that we never miss out your handsome face. Okay.
Wi-Fi signal very bad.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad Never mind, we adjust accordingly, Mr. Leong. Okay, class, take a look. You see, now we do the calculation for the smile producing consciousness. Class, remember, smile producing consciousness only present for Arahant only. Remember that. Arahant only. Why? Because smile producing consciousness without creating any karma and only fit Arahant and Buddha. Because for Buddha Arahant, even though for the last life they still have to smile, but the smiling doesn't create any karma. If it create any karma, the accrued of the karma will bring them to the next life, but they don't have any next life. So that's why we specify this smile producing consciousness for Arahant Arahant and also for Buddha only. Remember this. And then what is the calculation? So totally we got 12. Where we get the 12, you see, 12 ethical variable states. Where do we get this figure? Okay, maybe I use this diagram is better. Okay, class, let's take a look to the mental factor. We got 12 ethically variable here. Elena, you are more familiar with the Excel or more familiar with this, Elena? Which one? This one you're more familiar or more familiar with Excel, Elena? Both is not familiar. Okay, never mind. We take time, class, take a look. You see, it's an ethical variable, right? Okay, so totally we got 13 here. We call it as an ethical variable factor. They say, we just negate, excluding what? The desire. Then this is the number for the a smile producing consciousness. Okay, so meaning to say 13 here, we just exclude, just not what exclude the exclude the desire. Let me see, it's the same words or not? Desire. We call it desire. 做一出受想事 ，OK， 寻是喜悦，OK， desire here, 13, number 13. So we exclude the 13. So meaning to say that the condensed, the cetasika of a smile producing consciousness is number 1 to 12. Okay. Then we go to the next. He said, what is the determining consciousness? Okay, he said it's excluding the desire and the zest. Okay, it become 11. So excluding the desire, see, the zest we exclude here. And then one more is what? Let's see. Exclude. Oh yeah, 2 lah. So just now we exclude the desire. Now it's the desire and the zest. It become 11. So the zest, we exclude it. And next, we go to the investigating. Investigating accompanied by joy. If accompanied by joy, meaning to say that, class C, with, if with the joy, the zest must be present. Because they must be present with the zest, then will happen the joy. Then next, we see all those except what? You see, except desire and energy occur. So we just exclude the desire and the energy. Desire and the energy. Here the desire and the energy, we just exclude them. And then we will get the number for the investigation already. Then next is the triple mind consciousness. Okay, triple mind consciousness, just now it tells us that triple mind consciousness is the 5-door avoiding consciousness and the receiving. So this we call it as a triple mind elements, 10 only. So we will just exclude the desire, zest, the energy. So you see another class, if let's say a consciousness just only got 13 element and no more desire, no more energy. See how weak the consciousness is, it right? Very weak. So that's why they can just become a background crew only. Then last one is in the 2-4 or the 5-fold sense consciousness. Okay, this is the all those enter into combination except the occasional only. A 5-fold sense consciousness. Remember just now, you remember eye consciousness, ear consciousness, tongue consciousness. There are only 7 only. That is 7 only. That's why our eye, ear, nose, tongue consciousness, which happen in our eye, ear nerve, eye nerve, all these they are very weak. Just you can see 7 of them present only. So we finished the whole chapter 2 already. Do you need any celebration? Finish already. Okay, I finish whole thing, huh? Okay, yeah, class, okay, huh? Basically, you can opt to study professionally detail by repeating. It will help you a lot in the future, not now, lah. Okay, in the future, for understanding will be very helpful for you, but if too detailed is confusing you, you can opt just get a general idea, later on you do the meditation or what lah, just know people say something, you know where to find it out, they will be fine, but anyway, in order to find out without remembering it, you still have to repeat a few times, okay, okay, shall we go to chapter 3 now? Or maybe I say, are you ready to go to chapter 3? Chapter 3 also a little bit some sort like this type of thing, but not as complicated as this. But we need the chapter 3. Once we get to chapter 3, we start the application in the chapter 4. Because in the chapter 4, we'll start to use all the theory to explain how we hear, how we see, how we go to the jhana, and how we go to the nibbana. That is the key point. Okay, so now we start the chapter 3 already. Okay, okay, shall I know what is your option? Number 1, study professionally. Maybe you can't use now, but maybe in the future. Okay. Second, maybe just it's a rough idea. In the future, once you need to use it, you know where to get it. Yeah, Kok Hong, 1 or 2 you are aiming for. Elena, number 1. Kok Hong, okay, Kok number 2. Elena, number 1. Good. I like it. Number 1. I like professional study. Sally must be choose for number 1, right? Elena? On the mic, please. Sally, choose number 1, right? Study professionally, right?
Yes.
Yes, you and Sally, yeah, very good. Okay, I don't mind repeat for you. I don't mind. As long as you want to study, I will just accompany you. How about Mr. Leong? On your camera, let me show me your finger. 1 or 2. 1. Professionally. Yes. Okay. No lah, Kok Hong, please join our team lah. Welcome aboard. I don't number 2 lah. You see, everybody is 60 years old already. They don't.
Okay, Sifu, I follow.
I follow. Okay.
Although I am 10,000 miles away.
Never mind. Okay, as long as you got the mind, heart, I will guide you slowly. I repeat many times already. I used to it already. It's my job. I will guide you slowly because in the future it will be useful in the future, especially vipassana. It's just like you study Form 6. A lot of things very detailed. You don't see how you use it. But later on you will know later on only. Okay. Yes, Dong Jung, yes, CJ got question. Yes, you're asking me what you say yeah, Sifu, what is the professional? Professionally meaning to say you study Abhidhamma, all the details mean the professional, you study in the professional way. Because I'm the speaker, yes, I think CJ is good. You study professionally because once you do well Abhidhamma, then the other subjects mind conscious, tata kata, gaba, and or maybe the emptiness, all is nothing for you, easier for you. Okay, CJ, study professionally. Can you answer 1 or 2? You can just type and let us know. Okay,
He said number 1, professionally.
Yeah, he said yes. Okay. Yeah, Kok Hong, you raise hand. Any question? Yes, please.
Sifu, I'm a bit, not to say confused, I'm a bit, how should I say? When you say that this will help us in the future in the Vipassana practice. Yes. So for myself, my current stage is like, even I'm seems like I'm branching out for both ways. Yes. I do a little bit of samadhi, and I do also a little bit of this vipassana. Which means it's like, sometimes I go to certain center, they ask me to do the walking meditation, be awareness, that one I believe is more toward the vipassana. Okay. So both sides is also beginning, but sometimes a bit confusing.
Confused in terms of what?
Confused in terms of I mean, I feel like both way I'm not 两边不到岸啊。
Yeah. You don't have any attainment yet lah, for
Yeah,
anything lah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think the feeling is same during our study, Sometimes we study Form 5, we study 9 subject. Okay, some they score 9A, but some people they score 9B or 9C, something like that. You see, okay, but in order to, to get the benefit, it's not necessary to score the 9A. We have a basic requirement for any courses you sign in. So, in order to let you feel, as long as you feel happy, less defilement, it doesn't matter you score 9A or 9B. You get the reasonable result, all credit, they will be fine already. Same for you. Now, even though you cannot aim become an Arahant. No. Once you do here a bit there, a bit here, a bit there, you can consider yourself as a general study. You expose yourself to more things in the first place because you're still very young. But once you reach 70 years old, you shouldn't overexpose. You should choose your path and go to the end and prepare for the death. So for now, you consider yourself studying SPM, that will be good already. You expose many things, including Abhidhamma, also many things. And then all will be finally become, all will become the fuel for you to burn at the last moment. Okay, Kerry? In this way, then no conflict already. Okay, satisfied? Got it, Okay, yeah. Elena, anything, please? Yeah.
People, maybe I just want to say, whatever you study now, even though we feel a little bit confused or not clear, it doesn't matter. Because all these things were stored in our
storage consciousness.
Yes, the consciousness. So it will help us. Touch wood say we come back in the next life, all these things will help us in the future. It's still there. So must study.
Okay lah.
I'm trying to encourage Kok Hung.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Good lah. Yeah. Okay. So just try your best to absorb as much as possible lah. Okay. If that's the case, we continue to chapter 3 already lah. Okay. So let's keep on. Okay. Let's take a look to the chapter number 3 now. So we don't need to go through the conclusion. Here is the table, comprehensive chart on the mental Cetasika. We will see the table there. So the table actually is over simple. Class, in order to make sure you have to equip yourself. I think this table is better. Is everybody got it? This table. Got Elena. How about Kok Hung? Do you get it? You have to get it. If you want to study professionally, you get it?
This one is the Chinese version, 52星座是吗?
Yeah, that's true. Chinese version, because Hui Bing prepared it, so you can see the Chinese word and the English word. So this is a 89 one-to-one consciousness. This is the 89. You must get it because they are the very basic diagram and impossible. I will just have a little bit time for you to memorize it. You have to. Without memorizing as a basic, quite hard for you to get all the things in your brain and connect it. Okay, so this is from the Hui Ping. This one. If you don't have the mention to us, you have to print it out. I will just let you memorize it bit by bit before the class, before finish the class. Okay, now let's take a look. We go to, yes, Mr. Leong, any question, please? Mr. Leong.
Sifu, can you WhatsApp to us again?
Sure. I WhatsApp again. Okay.
Then after that, we can photostat it out.
Yeah, please photostat out. You need all the tools to help you.
Yes. Then we will understand faster.
Yes. Okay. So now let's take a look. We go to this is the diagram, more simple one. Okay, or actually all we go through already. And now we go to the chapter number 3, compendium of the miscellaneous. Okay, so let me try to have some introduction. Class. Wait, now it's 3:30. No, our class finished at 4. Okay, I still can talk. Okay, class. Basically, let's see. In the chapter number 1 and chapter 2, we prepare you that we got 89 consciousness in total. Meaning to say that whoever, including Arahant, Buddha, or you and I, even the hell, the living being there, the consciousness arising must be in this area only, 89 consciousness or 121 consciousness. And within the 89 or 121 consciousness, they got mental factor, we call it a Cetasika. But no matter how many is it, how complicated the combination, but must be within 52 Cetasika. So this is chapter 1 and chapter 2. But for this knowledge, it's not enough to explain how you see, especially the moment you see something and reflect in your retina, and from the retina, it becomes electrical pulses and go to the brain, occipital lobe. The whole thing is not enough. You need chapter 3 to make the theory complete. And by completing all this type of stuff, we call it as yin yuan fa. Meaning to say, whatever happened, there must be involved some condition. So now we make the condition complete. Because if we don't study this, for the monotheism, basically they say, whatever you see, whatever you feel, all is because of the God. God create everything. God create something, let you see. God create something, let you feel. This is how the theory behind. But for us, we deny God play all these things. We say everything is due to the condition. And the condition, some is under control, some is uncontrollable. Some condition, you can trace back to the past life, some is in the present life. As a Buddhist, we learn all the condition, we try the present life and the controllable part, so that we can decide whatever karma we want to create, and we choose next life where to go. Get it? So this is the major core why we study the Buddhism. And we are so different from the monotheism. This is the reason why. Okay, so now we go through all the conditions one by one. Then once we finish all the conditions, we try to link all together. Then we will know the whole picture already. How the mind running, and how the organ running, and how you enter the jhana, and how you enter the nibbana. We'll tell you everything here. Okay, so now we go to the chapter number 3. Miscellaneous, because it involves 6 parts of the syllabus, so that's why we call it as miscellaneous. Okay, yeah, maybe try Mr. Leong, try to read a little bit. Check your Wi-Fi system.
Chapter 3, Compendium of the Miscellaneous. Having explained accordingly the 53 associated states, consciousness and matter factors with respect to their intrinsic nature, now taking consciousness alone, we will dwell concisely with its classification by way of feelings, roots, functions, doors, objects, and bases. Guide 1. The 53 associated states through 89 or 121 type of consciousness are recognized in the Abhidhamma. These are treated collectively as a single Dhamma or reality because they all have the same characteristic, namely the cognizing of an object. However, the 52 Cetasikas are considered to be each a separate reality because they have all different characteristics. Thus, there are altogether 53 associated mental phenomena. Taking consciousness alone, the Pali term Cetupada literally means an arising of consciousness. In other contexts, it implies the citta together with its collection of Cetasikas, but here it denotes citta alone. Nevertheless, it should be understood that consciousness always occurs in indissoluble union with its Cetasikas, which often form the basis of its analysis and classification.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hey, Mr. Leong. I just want to praise the Wi-Fi is good, but he disappeared already. After just finished the reading, whole man gone already. Okay, so we try to digest this introduction.
Analysis of feeling.
Hey, no, Mr. Leong, stop already. Thank you so much. Hey, just now the Wi-Fi is good. Wi-Fi is good just now. You read through the whole thing.
Temporary lah ni.
Yeah, temporary good only. Raise hand, please, once you finish. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, class, let's take a look. So the sentence number 1, it says 53 consciousness, 53 associate state. The question come here. Class, we just now studied 89, okay? Then we study 52. How come we talk about 53? Where the 53 come up? Yes, Elena? You know, right? Okay, it happened in this way. Class, 80, no matter 89 or 1 to 1, we consider as 1. And the 52 is considered as 52. So 52 plus 1 become 53. This is how we get the figure. Okay, what's the reason behind? Okay, number 1 is say, no matter 89 or 1 to 1 consciousness, basically they all have the same characteristic, which is cognizing the object. Always remember that. For the 89 consciousness, all playing the same role, class, as here, cognizing of an object. Whereas for 52 consciousness, each one have the separate reality. Remember, in the previous chapter we said, I appeared jealousy. Jealousy, what is the proximate cause? What is the characteristic? Jealousy is because you feel dissatisfied with people's achievement. Okay, then what is the compassionate? Compassionate because you feel sad. Okay, you feel you want to help. You feel sad once you see people mishap. You see, so meaning to say both of them are different. So they are the separate reality. Get it or not? Ah, that's why 52 Cetasika always we group it as a 52 reality. But for 89, it's considered only as one only. Okay. Okay, next, let's take a look. Okay, taking consciousness alone. Now here you see, class, here's the reason. We are using specific word. We say 53 associate state because they got their own intrinsic nature. And then taking consciousness as alone only. They got the intrinsic nature, meaning to say that the intrinsic nature show the unique. Like just now, a good example, like the jealousy and also the compassionate. They have their own intrinsic nature. Anyway, now we just study solely for consciousness and we analyze by feeling, because all the consciousness must got the feeling one. Remember just now you study, some they are just equanimity, some they are with the zest. Okay, then all the consciousness got their root, all the consciousness got their function, and all the consciousness need a door to arise. Class, here are the doors. See the door. The door. So the door will become one of the miscellaneous. Then besides the door, last one is what? Class is see, object. Yes. Okay. We have to see, Mr. Leong, I to see what? Mr. Leong, I to see what?
IGHT sight objects.
Ear to?
Hear sound.
Sound. Nose?
Smell.
Okay. Tongue?
Taste.
Body?
Feeling.
Bring? Bring your mind?
Brain. Thought.
Bring is very complicated. It could be present, future, and the past. Am I right? So yes. That's why. So this chapter number object, when it goes to the brain, it will be very interesting and very abstract. You will like it.
Because
you will like it and hate it at the same time. Because when it's go to the brain, the thing is very complicated already. But you have to go through it because this is what happening in our brain. Okay, so that's why we study is the last part about the object, and then one more is the base class. Basically, the base means our nerve system. Base is the nerve system. So they're quite similar with the door, but they will be a little bit different. Okay, now we go to the 53 associate states. Okay, so we said 89 or 1-to-1 treated as single dharma. I asked the question just now because they are just what? Cognizing object. Okay, 52 they are treated separately. Okay, then now you see for the Chitta and Cetasika, basically they are in this soluble union. They are always together. Okay, so this is how. Okay, class, I have to stop here because I want to do something. Then class, a little bit homework for you. Okay, can you please class? Okay, before you just close the book, can you please the universe and occasional the tin try to repeat for 5 times. Repeat for 5 times, and then if you are able to close the book and speak it out, that will be the best. So this is the today homework lah. Okay. Once you finish the homework, please in WhatsApp mention finish homework. Cannot be lazy because I have to push you a little bit. This is really, you have to put some effort. Okay, please pump. Yeah, please pump together. We transfer the merit.